Hi guys! Tonight I'm going to show you how to make two variations on the same Facebook cover in Canva. So although these look like they're just circle photo holders, this one is actually a square inside of a circle, which is really handy when you have photos that have a white background but they go really close to the edge. So if you just popped them in one of those circles down here, you'd end up with the corners cut off. So this is a handy little element that I found when I was creating this cover. And this one is actually one of the ones they call a profile photo holder. So you can put text in here underneath to a word about what the product is. And as we all know now about the video rollout, you can also make multiple versions of this, stack them down, and then using Windows Movie Maker or any other video editing program that you've got, you can put them together in a slideshow and have a movie up on your Facebook page. So let's get into the designing. Come over to Facebook cover, and I've got the green all ready to go here. And background, add the color, copy in the code. Now we have our green. Come over to elements, shapes, and we'll come down to one of my fairly well-used elements at this point. You'll have seen it in quite a few designs. It's quite versatile. Oh, just wait for that line to go up the middle to say it's all straight. Change that to white. Okay, it's in the middle. It's a little bit smaller there. Cool. Now I've left a bit of room here. If it gets too close to the top, it can look a little bit crowded. So just give it a little bit of room. We don't have too much information to fit in here. And the more room designs have, generally the better. Now for the logo here, the one that I got wasn't clear cut. So we come over to one of my favorite places, which is Lunapic. Oh, I'd already done it for the demonstration. Hold on. If that happens and you need to do another one, click Close Image, Remove, Undo. It is actually a bit of an awkward and clunky thing, but I forgive it that because it is really effective. Edit, transparent background, choose a file, and all you have to do is just click. Now it's not 100% perfect, but it does, with like really clean logos, it does do a way better job. And for logos that are a bit fuzzy or they have something that's not quite so crisp on the edges, it's not perfect, but it's certainly suitable for most Canva purposes. So now you can just drag it here and click it in. Now, it says here, Green Elephant, your sustainable marketplace. Thank you, by the way, for volunteering your brand for this tutorial. And I thought that's quite small. You can't really see that very clearly, especially if you've got, say, you're on a phone or, typically when you see a Facebook cover, you're only going to glance it. So you need that whatever it is to be really noticeable. And your sustainable marketplace is the tagline which explains the brand, because otherwise you can look at it and go, okay, Green Elephant, that's really cool, but that doesn't really explain what the brand is, and the tagline really does that. So what I did was I cropped out the tagline here. Just going to try and get that lined up nicely. And I added it with text. So it's over here, ready to go. And I made it the same green as well, because I think it really does help. Just click it off. And another font that I use quite often over here, Courgette. Now, I could do capitals for your and sustainable and marketplace, but it really does sit far more nicely lowercase like this. So just bring this down smaller, maybe make it, here we go. Give it plenty of room. Your sustainable marketplace. Logos don't always logos don't always sit in sort of perfectly centered. So like because it's quite small there and it's quite large here, you kind of have to eyeball it until it looks centered. Because sometimes when it's true centered, it doesn't really kind of look it to the eye. So use guides, definitely, but at the end of the day, it's what looks good to the eye. Like that sits nicely. Okay, now we get to the fun part, and that is the first photo holder. I'll show you a cool trick with that, because I actually spent a lot of time searching through the photo holders. lot of scrolling. And if you type in photo holder circle square, you do not have to scroll very far to find it. And that's something I really recommend. Oh, there it is, right there. If you click down here, this eye, and if you scroll down, you'll see here keywords, photo frame, square, circle background, photo holder. And you can click on them and it will put that, I'll just click it to show you, put it up in the search term so you can search for more things that are like it. And if you find something you really like and it took you ages to find it, you can always select the keywords, copy them, and wherever you store text, I use Notepad, and you can just save it there, and then you're able to come back and copy it and much quicker find that element again, because that can be a bit of a tricky thing with Canva. So I'm sure that's why they have the keywords there. Okay, so now size it so it's got a bit of room. Change the background to white. And it is ready. And like I do with lots of things, instead of having to resize, like click it again and then resize it, you can just click copy and bring it over. Make sure, use those guidelines to keep it lined up. Come over to uploads. And these are the two pictures I would like to use. And I'm using the photo holder with the square because, actually, I'll show you. If I just use a circle photo holder. No, I haven't worried about getting it perfectly, it's just a show. So if you put it over here, you can see now, because it was quite close to the edge, this has, let's move that over a bit, cool. This has given it some breathing room and the product has become really central focused. If you come over here, it cuts off the edges, and that is the really cool thing about this. Now there's like editing programs, we can come in and make it bigger to, sort that out, but it's so handy to have this photo holder, so it's just one less step that makes these things a lot faster to do. So bring this over here. Cool. All three of those lines are saying, yep, it's all lined up. Now I'll pop the other one over here. And now anytime you want to do, like, these two products are similar, I would recommend doing the same, picking two products that are similar for balance, and it will just look so much better. These ones work particularly well because they have green in them, so that's definitely a consideration. And now to do this, it is copy, delete these, right click, no, delete element, photo holder profile, I think this one was. There it is. Delete that one. Change that to white. Oh, and I can change the font. Handy. So we can put it the same, but it's all caps. Nope, don't want that. So any fonts that work. You'll have fonts you specifically use for your brand the most. There we go. Get it centered. Now the tricky part is clicking right on that line. Change that to white too. There we go. And for this one, I did choose ones that I wanted to have the edges cut off on. So if you come over here, that actually works for these sorts of flat lay type photos. These ones, being quite formal product shots, should have room around them, but these ones, you've got a little bit of play for them. So we copy that over, line it up again, and that one. And you can just keep doing that. You can copy it and make as many variations as you like, and then put them into a video, or just download them as a zip file, and then you'll have some to rotate through, change it out every couple of weeks if you like, and you're sorted. If you'd like me to create a Facebook cover or video for you, please get in touch. Next week, I am going to be showing you how to create a meal plan template. That was by special request, and then we'll be back to Facebook covers after that. So I'll see you next week.